Hey, it's Don. Today I want to talk a little bit about some ploys, some things you can do to help boost some sales. Last night I sent out a whole bunch of offers to watchers, and at the same time I fluctuated my prices. I altered multiple items all at the same time, a few dollars up, a few dollars down. Let's hop over the screen and just show you what happens or can happen when you do this correctly. Now, if you look over here, you're going to see a screenshot from my phone showing the sales. And again, these are sales since last night, since I did this move. On top of selling all the items from the offers to watchers, we also got a lot of offers in. And now this is related to me upping and lowering prices at 500 units at a time. So upping 500 items at a time or lowering 500 items at a time will refresh those listings enough because it's changing a key aspect in the listing. And what did I get besides the multi-hundred dollars in sales increase just over yesterday? I also got a ton of offers. Now, these are all legit offers. As you can see, I've got 71 offers pending on $3,200 worth of merchandise from multiple people right this very second. That's the kind of response I do usually get when I do stuff like this. So when you alter prices, you up them or you lower them, it changes aspects of that listing and it will hopefully draw some attention to it. Now, again, I may do $5, I may be $10, I may do a few percentage points off. Now, it really depends on the items themselves. I usually hit the ones that have been up the longest first and mess around with those, lowering them. I'll up them, lower them, and the whole works. Sometimes I drastically raise a whole bunch of items, and then I will sell them at that higher price too. So if I take all of these offers in, there's almost 1,400 in offers here, plus what I sold last night. It's over $2,000 in one single day. And that's just from doing stuff like this. It's totally tied down to this because that's well over what we normally do on a given day. If I hadn't done that, these sales wouldn't be here. So there is always something you can do. And of course, it depends on the quantity of stuff you have up. And as you can see, it's a lot of items that I have offers on. I'll have to go through these one by one and accept them of all different various types, postcards, cards, die cuts. There's some labels. It looks like a couple records and things along that line. So these are all offers that I received from doing these changes. Now let's go look at one more thing and look at all of my items real quick here. Now I still have hundreds of offers to watchers I could send out. Now as you can see, I sent out 403 offers yesterday, offers to watchers. I still have 690 I can send out. I'm going to wait on those until I get all this taken care of, and then I will probably hammer it out on this weekend sometime. But this is something you can always do. I sold over 50 of those 403 items that I sent offers to watchers with for my offer. I had several more that came back and countered, which I did sell as well. And then with me lowering and raising prices, I got these other 70 some odd offers in right this very second. This is about what you want. You want to have influx of stuff coming in. Now, of course, if you're new, you may not have an option to send out hundreds of offers to watchers. So this is a game that you can play when you have quantity, when you can do the long tail items. Now, if you look here, promoted listings, all of my listings I have in this store are eligible. You can see there's some discrepancies. If you see eligible is 25,000, quantity is 26,000. Those are individual items. I have some listings that I have multiples of the same item, so the quantities are off because of that. I technically have 26,968 items up, roughly $851,738 worth of merchandise in here, and all of it I could promote if I wanted to. Again, I haven't promoted since last year when they had the fiasco and the ad blocker was blocking, because again, it's still blocking stuff. So this is all I do if I want to boost some sales. Up and down on prices, fluctuating prices always seems to get me some sales no matter what. If you do it for a bunch of items, you get a bunch of sales. Just like sending offers to watchers, I sent out 403 yesterday. I sent out some manually, one at a time, and then I bulk sent out 320 or 330 on top of that. Items that have been up for a long time. So that's the type of items that I hammer, as you can see. This is typical what happens if I mess with prices up, mess with prices down, or anything along that line. That is what happens in my store. I am able to move some stuff every single time I do it. So it's knowing how to do the game, knowing what works best for you, knowing a price that will work, knowing which items to pop up and down at which point. One month I'll pop them up, next month I may pop them down. Sometimes I'll pop them up, raise them $1 or $2 one month, next month raise them a few more dollars, and then back them down at some point. That's something you can do. It's your items. There's no play or anything else that's, not allowed on eBay in this aspect of it. As long as it's an option, I am going to use that because, again, it refreshes my listing. It forces it to re-rank my items by the new price that I just set. So if I'm locked in an area on eBay because of the price or something and it's not showing up, the minute you change that price, it's forced to redo something to that listing, and hence that's what seems to happen when I do it. And it does work. The proof is in the pudding. As you saw my screenshot, we sold 36 items since 3 o'clock when I ended my shipping yesterday to this morning. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning right now. So just overnight from the time that I sent those out, that's what happened. So just since then, 36 items sold. Since I've taken that screenshot as well, I've sold a whole bunch more items added to that total, so it keeps going up. I've got offers that are still being accepted right this very second. So when you send out offers like this, sometimes people aren't on right away. It might take a day or two for those offers to be seen. So I never worry. I'll still get a boost from this, from the offers to watchers, for at least another day from this point going forward. Now, again, the prices have changed, so people may notice them. They may be showing up more. Or if somebody was watching those items and I upped them or lowered them, that also can trigger them to purchase or make another offer on it. So those are all things I can play with to help me get increases in sales if I need them. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Well, there you are. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell your friends.
Lynch took off at 7:45 a.m., flew 2,949 miles, made 3 stops. And most of the trip still lies ahead. Now there are schedules to check, flight reports to make, a quick supper with friends before turning in. Next morning, on the go again at 6:15. Then St. Louis, Cincinnati, finally New York. Glamour job. Mary Ann has made dozens of runs like this, served hundreds of hot meals, greeted thousands of new people. It all demands a lot of charm and works out to a lot of Coke. Does Coca-Cola have the taste you never get tired of? Do we mean it when we say Coke is always refreshing? Is things go better with Coke after Coke after Coke just a slogan? Write Miss Mary Ann Lynch, Trans World Airlines, Box 7144, St. Louis, Missouri. She'll tell you.